Hi, and a very warm welcome to today's episode of Wellbeing Wisdom. Have you ever thought that really the most important things in your life are the relationships that you enjoy and that you've experienced? It seems that pretty much everything is really defined by the quality of our connections to the people that we encounter, whether it's on a casual basis or whether we're talking about the people who are in our private circle, our acquaintances, the people we're really close to. Life is all about those relationships. We could talk at great length about the quality of the relationship you have with yourself because it will have a massive influence on how you relate to the people you meet. Jung was fond of repeating that the way we respond to people is very much a reflection of how we feel about ourselves. But I would suggest that if there's one thing that's really missing from the world today, it's a stronger sense of love. But it's a word that's overused. It's a word that is misinterpreted. It's got all kinds of romantic connotations. And I think there's a deeper, more powerful word that we can introduce, and it's acceptance. And if you've ever been in the presence of someone who just accepted you for all of your faults and defects, for all the mistakes you've made and continue to make, to meet someone who just simply accepts you as you are, that's one of the most powerful interrelationship experiences we can ever have. To be in the presence of someone who just says, I know, and it's okay, who knows you're struggling, who knows that you're dealing with your own personal crew of demons, your own experiences and traumas, your weaknesses, yeah, but who says, I know, and smiles and just accepts you anyway. That level of acceptance is a truly powerful, life altering experience. And I would argue, my friends, that it's very rare. Sad, but true. And rather than asking you to go out into the world and look for this, I would suggest that if you can be the one who introduces this beautiful level of acceptance into the world, you might make a difference in ways that are hard to describe or imagine in advance. It is really rare, but that's why it's so important. It doesn't mean that we have to accept behavior that's destructive or what word we use today, inappropriate. But you can encourage people to do better, to be better, to grow, to face their own demons without all of that internal resistance, that self loathing that affects so many people today, that feeds their doubts and fears and their insecurities. You could be the smile that helps people to feel that, yes, they can move on, they can grow, they can develop, they can find that light within their own hearts. And by dropping that small, beautiful spark of light into their lives, they may feel inspired to pass it on to others so that we become a force for good in the world, a force for positive change. It might not sound like the kind of revolution that people dream of, but one spark of light at a time, perhaps we can all be the inspiration that makes the world a better place to share. It's by learning to be more accepting, both of ourselves and of others, in this process of growth and development that we're all experiencing, moving towards a better version of ourselves. I'd love to know what you think. Feel free to share your observations. And in the meantime, remember to have a fantastic day. I'll be back with you soon.